Hi guys, so today we are makeup free because my brushes are all dirty. So we are having a look at the Primark version of the Style Pro brush cleaner. Now the advantage of the Primark version is it's £8 rather than I believe 40 for the Style Pro. Disadvantage, it comes with zero instructions other than the size of batteries you need. So I've kind of guessed an amount of water and I'm going to squeeze in some soap. The only liquid one I have is the Spectrum one that I done the review of a while ago, so I will link that. Oops. I've clearly not put on the lid properly, or the neck of the jar. The other thing is the jar for this one is plastic rather than glass, which if you're accident prone is quite good. So I'm just going to squidge in a healthy dollop of the brush cleaner and then we're going to get started. So same as with the Style Pro, there is a selection of different sized kind of grips. So I've set up a variety of brushes. We've got, a synthetic brush with a cream product, synthetic brush with a powder product, and a couple of natural bristle brushes and my brow brush, which is obviously a completely non-round shape, so we'll see how it does with that. So as I said, I've just had to guess quantities. And from what I understand, you dunk it in and you swirl. This feels so weird. So I actually couldn't find new batteries, so I'm slightly nervous because I'm using the ones that came out of my TV remote, which is not ideal. So that's still pretty dirty. Let's give it another little spin round. This is at least starting to soap up and look foamy in there now. Whee! So this isn't actually the biggest size of brush holder that came with this set, which is a little bit surprising. Hang on. This is feeling a little bit looser than I want it to. Okay, so I'm giving it a wee spin dry. Whee! And we're still pretty wet and dirty. So, yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Maybe it was just too dirty to begin with, which is not helpful. I don't want to pre-clean my brushes before cleaning them. Also, this is looking decidedly wibbly wobbly as I try and spin it. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put fresh water in, just because, and then we'll see if that kind of improves the situation at all. Alright, round two. So, again, I'm going to put in plenty of soap, which looks a little bit gross. I'm going to try and shove the handle a little bit further up my brush to see if we can get a bit more stability. And ready, set, go. Nope, we're still not that stable. I still think I also just need to find some fresh batteries. Right, I'm going to hunt down some fresh batteries and be right back, guys. I've got to have some somewhere in the house. I'm so sorry, I thought I'd just changed those batteries the other week, but evidently I was wrong. I found the sole remaining AAA batteries in my flat, so fingers crossed this works far better. Okay, that's looking much more promising. So, although my brush still looks a bit dirty, but let's do the kind of rinsing, helicopter drying moment. This is weird. Look, it's almost like summoning a pile of foam in the middle of it. That's so weird. Okay. So my brush is, it is dry. It's not completely like white clean, but the bristles feel like a clean brush, if that makes sense. So I'm happy with that one. And now I need to try and get this bit off. So the effort you save in cleaning, by the way, might be exerted in removing. I'll try that again later. Okay, so let's try my blusher brush. So natural bristle brush with a powder product, and let's see if it copes well with this. Whee! Some of it looks whiter, some of it does not. I think I might have put a tad too much water in here, because like it throws it right up the sides when you go into it. But that's mostly clean and dry as well. Okay. Okay. Really? Oh my god, right, okay. That's slightly worrying. They might be just attached to that permanently for the rest of their lives. So next we've got a synthetic bristle brush that's not quite round that I use powders with, and okay, I don't think the drying process is quite as friendly for this brush. However, it is clean and it is dry, so I'm happy with that. That took seconds. Way, and that one actually came off. Success. So I'll put him back in his little place. And then we've got one with just a slightly more pigmented product, natural bristle brush with powder. So let's see how this reacts. I always just like to try with like a variety of bristle types and what kind of makeup it goes on before I, you know, decide on any cleaning product. And again, we're summoning this like peak of foam in the middle. I don't know what that's about, but it's kind of cool. So again, just need to put my brush back into shape. But again, it's clean, it's dry, it's ready to use, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, there's got to be a better way for getting these off, because that's done 4 brushes and I've only been able to remove one of them. So last we've got my little eyebrow brush. So let's get this going. I definitely think I should have had less water and soap in here. Nope, I think that was just in the soap layer, not in the water layer. It's not quite coping with the eyebrow pomade brush. Although to be fair, the product dried down on this brush. I haven't used it in a day or so. Okay, no, that it definitely seems to be struggling with. So I'm going to scrape some of the product out on my nail and then see if it goes better from there, because there was quite a lot of product still worked into that brush. And no, right, okay, so that seems to be one product that this does not cope very well with at all, is my eyebrow pomade. Now whether that's the shape of the brush or just the fact that the product itself had kind of dried in. So if you have any brushes that are kind of dried in like that, you might need to give them kind of initial go over before you put them in here. I mean, to be honest, I'd still be able to use that the way it is. It's just not perfectly clean. So, verdict on this. Does it do what it says on the tin? Yes, it cleans and it dries your brushes. However, this is a huge drawback for me because I now can't use it on other brushes if I can't get this off. Which, you know, and I don't really want to sit and have this struggle every single time. Hey! Because the size up from this was just too loose for that brush. Like, no grip at all. But that would be awkward, especially if you had a lot of brushes to clean. So it seems that like digging your finger around the edge and pushing is slightly better than just, or maybe not, it worked for that brush but it's not working for this one. I'm kind of hoping that these kind of loosen up just with time and repeated usage, because if not, this is going to be a genuine pain to deal with. So basically, if you'd been curious about whether these gadgets work, they do indeed. This is just a bit of a pest, which I don't like. But overall, I would say that this is a good product, and I definitely wouldn't see the point in paying £40 for, you know, the original one, because this works just as well. And you've got the added fact that the container is plastic rather than glass, which if you're accident prone like me, is a bit of a bonus. So if you've got any questions about this, please leave them down below and I will get back to you. But for now, I'm going to be sitting trying to pull these off and then cleaning the rest of my brushes.